You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Excuse my language. Hey guys, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. We are on the second day of the Turnabout sisters case, and we're actually going to be doing the trial today. We already did the investigation, so should be interesting. And we are facing Mr. Edgeworth today, so it's could be difficult. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Faye. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth! It better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. But we know it's a clock. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Okay. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Faye, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Faye. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Faye at the very moment of the murder. Sounds like a liar. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Alright, so basically, we're just gonna press everything because, like I said, it's annoying if you only press certain things and then it turned out to be something else and then you have to go back and you can't remember what you pressed and what you didn't. So we're just going to press every single statement and then we should be able to have a much better idea of what to do from there. So, who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Alright. I pressed. Not sure if it did much, though. Right, please continue. Okay. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. Just this month? You want to get to a scene quickly, not any other month? That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. Okay, so press this. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With our funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. Oh, she is pretty unmistakable. Come on, Phoenix, like, that hair, really? I should pick my points to press with a little more care. Yeah, well, I know that not everyone is going to give you something, but you don't get penalized for pressing. You do get penalized if you do something else that's wrong, like if you present the incorrect evidence or something like that, you can get penalized, and then it's just a pain in the butt. So it's best to try to get it right on the first try, instead of having to, you know, figure it out later. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Ah, so many voices. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Yeah, she is kind of pink. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. This happens a lot. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Who would do that? How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin a cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about that vital piece of evidence the first time? Yeah, I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. My whole point is, if she got hit in the head and died instantly, which I'm pretty sure is what her autopsy said, she would not have had time to write someone's name in her blood on a piece of paper. Alright. So, we'll start pressing. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? What? Who? I did. I would say the killer to frame her. The killer. Anyone can see that. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. No, that's not what I'm saying. She was framed. Objection! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Ugh. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident this might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hemoglobin. I refuse to testify on this matter, sir. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah. I think you can expect a pleasant bonus in your next paycheck. Oh. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha 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 ha, nice try. Uh-oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. I don't think that counts. This isn't a movie, detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess. I haven't heard of many cases. No. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. Okay. So that's the whole testimony. So I'm thinking that... Okay. So we'll go and check out what we got. I don't think... Okay, so right here on the autopsy report, it says the cause of death was single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. So, we're gonna present that. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Faye. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? My spiky head says no! You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But, no but-ing your way out of this one, detective. Order! Order! defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? I forget. That is actually, that is true. When did we get the autopsy report? The day of the murder? Or the day, I think it was the day after. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request.
God damn it, Edgeworth.
Death was almost immediate.
They really just added almost?
Due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. See, this is where the game gets to be a little mature. Saying all those curse words. I don't even... Is this game actually rated mature? I didn't think it was. I don't remember. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. I didn't get carded when I bought this game, so I don't think it is, because I've been getting carded for buying mature games.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. These options are great. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. Look at those yaoi hands. Oh my gosh. They have ridiculously huge hands. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. And he smells.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Ah, screw you, Edgeworth. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Huh, poor and innocent. My butt. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Good point. She looks like a squirrel.
Witness, your name, please.
April May at your service, wink.
Oh my gosh, her animation even has the titty jiggle. Whew. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Wanton? You mean wanton? Not wonton?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. But she's annoying. I don't understand things.
Tell us where you were on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred.
Gee, I was like in my hotel room, teehee. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fane Co. law offices?
Uh-huh, that's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw. Alright.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she got up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Hee hee.
Well, Your Honor.
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor, yo, hey. Yes, defense, me, hello? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Oh my god.
Mr. Wright, I understand you are Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques as well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. I'm gonna do it to spite you, Edgeworth. She has to have some weaknesses. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. That's right, I'm taking this bitch down.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know?
Well, I'm pressing you on that. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sorta, I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. No, because it's pretty easy to just be like, oh, I was just there, like I just happened to glance out the window kind of thing. So I'll back down from this one.
You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair, that was Mia Fey?
Uh-huh, slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing?
And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure.
Okay, Edgeworth.
The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. I question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Of ass.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? I think you're fucking lying. Also, your leg looks broken. Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Faye, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Uh-oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that face. Whenever you start to, like, unravel their lies, they go crazy and look really, really messed up. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. Wow, way to just, like, trash her style right in front of her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder. Yes, we do. I saw her. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Your Honor, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, The court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. I just like it when they swear so that I can swear. I mean, granted, I do enough of that anyway, but it's more funny when it's actually them doing it. Alright, so now here's our second account.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
They're not hippie clothes.
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think.
How would she know it was a clock? If she didn't, like, touch it.
Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, Teehee?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
With pleasure. Okay.
I did see everything, I did.
Freaking liar. Dirty pink liar. So you saw me then too?
Of course, I'd remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? Come on, Phoenix.
The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Oh, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well, continue.
The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right as in your right, as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again?
Oh my god.
Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
Oh crap. No, go back. Okay. Gotta press this one. I almost missed it. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. Yeah, after I told you.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
Ugh.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, that's that kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think.
Press.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Yes, Phoenix, we recall that.
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Okay. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words. Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. Okay, so let's see what we have as far as evidence that would be important. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. That... See, sometimes it gets tricky. Let's check out the floor plans again. Okay, so I'm trying to think where she would have looked in the window to see what was going on. I think it's down at the bottom where the window is, and she said it happened to the right, but it actually happened to the left because the lamp is broken. So I think that's what we have to do. So let's see. The victim dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Okay, so let's try to present the floor plans. Let's see if that... Oh, no, not the right one. Shit. This statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Okay, yeah, you can see nothing faulty, and I get a freaking penalty for that. Shit. Maybe I have to start with the clock? Like, how would she know that it was a clock? That's my question.
Yes, we already... Can I present the statue, maybe? And then we'll go from there? Yeah, there we go. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing, like your top.
Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
Some of this dialogue. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that by just looking at it.
Oh.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Everyone's like, oh shit. Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. No, screw you. It's a valid question. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once, but... Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Yes. Oh, that was close. If he stopped me there, trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
What? So you've been to the law offices of Fey & Co.
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fey & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung or she couldn't have heard it. What was the autopsy report? Does it say what time? I only think it rings like on the hour, if we remember from the other ones, so I'm gonna try this. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, it's broken, the batteries are dead. Was it broken? Oh, it is empty though, because she took the guts out of it. It's empty? That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just have a look, as soon as you can. Ow! See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut it here because this is getting a little bit long. I know it's in the middle, but I think these end up being around an hour, and that's a little long, so I'm gonna be trying to cut them into like half-hour segments if possible. So stay tuned. In the next one, we will continue the trial and try to uncover what's going on here. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.